You know what I love? I love when people will be like, I can't believe you're reacting to this video from this source or that source. Yeah, I was waiting. I was waiting for Fox News to drop a video about the whole Epstein documents, emails that came out, because I wanted to go directly to them and see exactly what they had to say about the whole situation. And yesterday, you had I forget her name, but the lady who be speaking at the press conferences inside the White House or whatever. They had a video, but the comments were off. I guess I don't know. I don't know why, but YouTube or somebody, the comments, you couldn't comment on the video because I was trying to see what people had to say. So now you have this video that was uploaded 15 hours ago. It says Epstein bombshell, suspicious timing as thousands of Epstein documents are released. Suspicious timing. I honestly cannot believe that they have this in the title. I'm actually a little shocked. I can't even lie to you, because to know what we know, what was in those emails and everything that Epstein has, been accused of, him and Ghislaine, and for them to have suspicious timing, like as if there's ever a bad time to expose this stuff. Crazy. But we're going to check out what they have to say here. Again, if you guys are new to this channel, I believe there's corruption on both sides. I believe that both sides will be exposed if it all comes out. And I think that's one of the reasons why we haven't seen everything. Both sides can be implicated. That's what I feel is going on. But, we'll see. I think slowly things are starting to happen, and there's some traction. We ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
The president and his team are questioning the timing of the new Epstein emails that were released earlier today by Democrats. Senior White House correspondent Peter Doocy has that part of the story for us tonight. Good evening, Peter.
Good evening, John. Officials here are claiming that if congressional Democrats really cared about advocating for Jeffrey Epstein's victims, then we would have heard a lot more from congressional Democrats about Jeffrey Epstein during the 4 years that Joe Biden was president. And
every time they say that, I just kind of I just shake my head, because like y'all heard what I just said. I believe that there's corruption on both sides. But again, when they just said that the president is questioning the timing, like, do y'all not find that crazy? I cannot wait to see the comments on this video.
instead, we are seeing these big leaks like the one today, selectively, according to the White House, that claims that Donald Trump knew in 2011 about Epstein's crimes.
These emails prove absolutely nothing other than the fact that President Trump did nothing wrong.
The president himself muses the Democrats are trying to bring up the Jeffrey Epstein hoax again because they'll do anything at all to deflect on how badly they've done on the shutdown and so many other subjects. Only a very bad or stupid Republican would fall into that trap.
Damn. The Democrat. Like, a hoax is something that someone creates. Like this, I'm just confused because this is literally from Jeffrey Epstein's emails, right? This isn't something someone created or AI. Like, you cannot say bad timing. You can't. This is like messing with my head.
When Joe Biden was sitting in there, the Democrats never brought this up. This wasn't an issue that they cared about because they actually don't care about the victims in these cases. They care about trying to score political points against President Trump.
White House officials would much rather talk about their hope that the House will soon vote to reopen the government.
There are no coincidences in Washington, D.C., and it is not a coincidence that the Democrats leaked these emails to the fake news this morning ahead of Republicans reopening the government.
Coming out of the shutdown, President Trump's approval.
Do y'all see what I'm saying here? She said they leaked this to the fake news. Like, I don't give a damn who is covering this. All right? I don't care. Because I reacted to the news from TMZ talking about it, and people are like, "Oh, you can't trust TMZ." I'm like, "What do you mean?" They're reading the email. So what is she talking about to the fake news? It's not like they're reading a fake email.
All right, and it was just such a coincidence this morning that as the House was about to reconvene to take these votes, that Democrats released some emails from Jeffrey Epstein that apparently, according to the emails, tied Donald Trump more closely to Jeffrey Epstein. Donald Trump said this: the Democrats are trying to bring up the Jeffrey Epstein hoax again because they'll do anything at all to deflect on how badly they've done in the shutdown and so many other subjects. Only a very bad or stupid Republican would fall into that trap. One of the emails said this: I want you to realize, this is from Jeffrey Epstein, that the dog that hasn't barked is Trump. Victim, name redacted, spent hours at my house with him. He has never been once mentioned. Police chief, etc. I'm 75% there. Turns out the victim was Virginia Giuffre, who in her...
Now, this video is like 15 minutes long. I'm not going to leave everything in here. I'm only wanting to hear about the Epstein stuff. But what he just read is exactly what they read when I reacted to TMZ. So what is the difference? And I'm asking this for all the people in the comments. Y'all can go look at the comments of the people who talking about fake, like they can't trust TMZ for reading exactly what he's reading here. I think people are so delusional and so caught up in the they don't want this to be true that that's the stuff that they spew. I'm literally trying to figure out, and I told y'all, if you are new to this channel, like, I hate politics. I hate it because they all are dirty, grimy people, all of them. I just feel like when it comes to this and dealing with the kids and these victims, you want some type of accountability. You want some type of justice. I don't care what side you support. We all should be heading towards that. But whenever you talk about like, oh, I can't trust these sources or these people for reading a damn email, that's crazy to me.
Testimony basically said Donald Trump didn't do anything wrong. So why are the Democrats doing this, Megan?
I mean, this was going to come out regardless if it was this morning's emails or the...
You saying it wasn't targeted?
I don't think it's targeted. I mean, they were going to do the discharge papers today anyway. So this was never going to go away. This is not going to go away. I don't understand why every single person, Democrat or Republican, does not want these files released.
Thank you.
Files. These campaign ads are going to write themselves against anybody who votes not to have these released.
Thank you.
You know, Michael Wolff, the author, also apparently was counseling Jeffrey Epstein in one email saying of Donald Trump, I think you should let him hang himself. If he says he hasn't been on the plane or to the House, then that gives you a valuable PR and political currency. You can hang him in a way that potentially generates a positive benefit for you. Or if it really looks like he could win, you could save him, generating a debt. Why is Michael Wolff counseling Jeffrey Epstein on how to hang Donald Trump out to dry?
Yeah, that's what I thought was so interesting in these emails was that there were many journalists who were coaching Jeffrey Epstein in how to handle things, which is just a weird thing to see anybody doing, much less a journalist. But back to the original point, like that this is even a story today is something of a scandal, meaning Democrats they went out of their way to obstruct the name of the individual in question to make it seem like Donald Trump might have some secret here that needs to be exposed. And the reason why they obstructed the name is because Virginia Giuffre had publicly and repeatedly said that Donald Trump had never witnessed or participated in any bad activity. So this is just hard to take people seriously that they actually care about this. There are multiple people who have relationships with Epstein. Reid Hoffman, a Democrat super donor, had a very lengthy and sustained and intimate relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. It would be interesting to know more about that. Bill Clinton, former president of the United States, had a relationship. We even have...
Again, what did I say? What did I say about both sides? If you have to, if it's there in the paperwork and there's some type of truth or whatever there, lock all their asses up. Is what I'm saying. All right, she's proving my point. She's proving my point. Thank you. Ehud Barak had a relationship. Like, these are interesting things, but when you make it just about Donald Trump, when we already know about it, and we already know that they had a falling out because of how Epstein was handling the situation at Mar-a-Lago, that he got kicked out, it's just, I agree there's like stuff to know, but it's not being handled in any way responsibly here.
Molly, just for the record, I'm sorry, I agree. Democrats or Republicans, I don't care who you are in these files. It needs to be out there. Whatever their relationship was, I have no qualms about the Democrats
well, with
also being
Adelina
released.
Grijalva now being the 218th vote, it looks like we're going to see a lot more. But I just want to go back to what Virginia Giuffre said about Donald Trump. This was from January 2016. She said, quote, "I don't think Donald Trump participated in anything. I never saw or witnessed Donald Trump participate in those acts, but he was in the house of Jeffrey Epstein. I've heard he has been, but I haven't seen him myself, so I don't know." So what about this email that says, "Oh, we spent hours with her"? And why would the name be redacted when this was already out there about Virginia Giuffre?
It's a nothing burger, and I agree with you that we should know everything. We actually should have known everything during the 4 years that the Biden administration was in charge and had access to all of this information and could have released it. And if there was anything incriminating about Donald Trump, we would know it already, because everything they possibly could throw at him, they threw at him in the last few years. And it's discrediting actually the proper investigation of Epstein's crimes to use it as a political tool to destroy Donald Trump.
Yeah, I mean,
I think this should be the focus should be on the victims, not on trying to bring down a president.
I mean, it is more than curious that they redacted the name knowing full.
Okay, so they're saying, look, I'm just trying to keep my cool here, because this is like, this is why politics suck. I can't stand these evil people on both sides. Should it have been released or talked about when Biden was off? Yes. All of it. That I'm agreeing with them. But I don't give a damn when you decide to do it. Do it. Do it. You know what I mean? Like, let me look at some comments here. Just trying to read what I can. So many Americans put their trust in him. I could never vote Trump, but I'll not be blackmailed into voting for the lesser of two evils. Both parties got their lesson on this one. I hope we've learned from it. Beautifully said. Are we all brain dead? Were we all born yesterday? With a question. These are all questions. Suspicious timing. Yeah. I just can't believe they had the opportunity to speak on this, and this is what they said. Who cares when it's coming out? If they are real, then better late than never. We already know the Clintons were his besties, and nothing happened to them. Let me see. They were saying like the Democrats back in the day were calling us conspiracy theorists. when I guess Republicans were screaming for the files to be released. There's no wrong time to expose. Look, man, I'm glad I watched this video, and I'm glad I watched TMZ talk about it, because, I don't give a damn who's reading it, where it's coming from. If it's, like if I would have just found the article, found the emails, wherever somebody placed them, and just read it myself, would people still have something to say about where it's coming from? It don't matter. But I just feel like right now, there is some traction. Will there be some type of backpedaling, though? Because from what we got now, we need to move forward. We already know what Ghislaine Maxwell, what she said versus what the email says. She lied. Is there going to be some type of consequence for that? Will they put her ass back where in that other prison? Because, she talking about she didn't know, and then in the email, she's saying she did know. So you ain't got to be the smartest tool in the shed to figure out something, is definitely going on here. It just kind of sucks, because you're kind of at a point where it's like, what can we really do about it? I just feel like in order for something to happen, both sides are going to need to be exposed. And that's just the hardest thing. Will they? Behind the scenes, you already know they're scraping and trying to figure out what the hell to do with this. How much do they want to give to us? How many people are they going to throw under the bus? But we can't let this go away. I told you, the videos, I have to be real slick and slide with my titles. Because whenever you put his or their names in the title, the videos kind of don't hit the algorithm. Wonder why. Appreciate y'all coming over and watching, man. Peace out.